Well, hello again. It is June 24th. We are in the First Chronicles, chapter 11:1 through chapter 12:40. And here we will read. Then all Israel gathered to David at Hebron and said, Behold, we are your bone and your flesh. In times past, even when Saul was king, you were the one who led out and brought in Israel. And the Lord your God said to you, You shall shepherd my people Israel, and you shall be prince over my people Israel. So all the elders of Israel came to the king of Hebron, and David made a covenant with them in Hebron before the Lord, and they anointed David king over Israel, according to the word of the Lord through Samuel. Then David and all Israel went to Jerusalem, that is Jebus, and the Jebusites, the inhabitants of the land, were there. The inhabitants of Jebus said to David, You shall not enter here. Nevertheless, David captured the stronghold of Zion, that is the city of David. Now David had said, Whoever strikes down a Jebusite first shall be chief and commander. Joab the son of Zeruiah went up first, so he became chief. Then David dwelt in the stronghold, therefore it was called the city of David. He built the city all around from the Millo even to the surrounding area, and Joab repaired the rest of the city. David became greater and greater, for the Lord of hosts was with him. Now these are the heads of the mighty men whom David had, who gave him strong support in his kingdom, together with all Israel, to make him king, according to the word of the Lord concerning Israel. These constitute the list of the mighty men whom David had. Jashobeam, the son of a Hachmonite, the chief of the 30, he lifted up his spear against 300 whom he killed at one time. After him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo, the Ahohite, who was one of the three mighty men. He was with David at Pasdamim when the Philistines were gathered together there to battle, and there was a plot of ground full of barley, and the people fled before the Philistines. They took their stand in the midst of the plot and defended it and struck down the Philistines, and the Lord saved them by a great victory. Now 3 of the 30 chief men went down to the rock of David into the cave of Adullam, where the army of the Philistines was camping in the valley of Rephaim. David was then in the stronghold, while the garrison of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. David had a craving and said, Oh, that someone would give me water to drink from the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate. So the 3 broke through the camp of the Philistines and drew water from the well of Bethlehem, which was by the gate, and took it and brought it to David. Nevertheless, David would not drink it, but poured it out to the Lord. And he said, Be it far from me before my God that I should do this. Shall I drink the blood of these men who went at the risk of their lives? For at the risk of their lives they brought it. Therefore he would not drink it. These things the 3 mighty men did. As for Abishai, the brother of Joab, he was the chief of the 30, and he swung his spear against 300 and killed them. And he had a name as well as the 30. Of the 3 in the second rank, he was the most honored and became their commander. However, he did not attain to the first 3. Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, mighty indeed, struck down the 2 sons of Ariel of Moab. He also went down and killed a lion beside a pit on a snowy day. He killed an Egyptian, a man of great stature, 5 cubits tall. Now in the Egyptian's hand was a spear like a weaver's beam, but he went down to him with a club and snatched the spear from the Egyptian's hand and killed him with his own spear. These things Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, did, and had a name as well as the 3 mighty men. Behold, he was honored among the 30, but he did not attain to the 3, and David appointed him over his guard. Now, the mighty men of the armies were Asahel, the brother of Joab, Elhanan, the son of Dodo of Bethlehem, Shemoth the Herorite, Helez the Pelonite, Ira the son of Ikesh the Tekoite, Abiezer the Anathothite, Sibbecai the Hushathite, Ilai the Ahohite, Maharai the Netophathite, Heled the son of Baana the Netophathite, Ithai the son of Ribai of Gilbeah of the sons of Benjamin, Benaniah the Pirathonite, Hurai of the brooks of Gaash, Abiel the Arbathite, Asmaveth the Baharimite, Elihabah the Shaalbanite, the sons of Hashem the Gizonite, Jonathan the son of Shigi the Herorite, Ahiam the son of Sakar the Herorite, Eliphal the son of Hefer the Mecharathite, Ahijah the Pelonite, Hezro the Carmelite, Neariah the son of Ezbai, Joel the brother of Nathan, Mibhar the son of Hagri, Zelek the Ammonite, Nehariah the Berothite, the armor-bearer of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, Ira the Ithrite, Gareb the Ithrite, Uriah the Hittite, Zabad the son of Alai, Adina the son of Shiza, the Reubenite, a chief of the Reubenites, and 30 with him, Hanan the son of Maacah, and Josaphat the Mithnite, Uzziah the Ashterathite, Shema and Jeiel the sons of Hotham the Arorite, Jediael the son of Shimri, and Joha his brother the Tizite, Eliel the Mahavite, the Riba, and Jerubai the Joshaviah, the sons of Elnaam, the Ithma the Moabite, Eliel and Obed and Jaasiel the Mesobate. 12. Now these are the ones who came to David at Ziklag while he was still restricted because of Saul the son of Kish. And they were among the mighty men who helped him in war. They were equipped with bows, using both the right hand and the left, to sling stones and to shoot arrows from the bow. There were Saul's kinsmen from Benjamin. The chief was Ahiezer, then Joash, the sons of Shemaiah, the Gibeathite, and Jeziel and Pelet, the sons of Asmaveth, and Barakah, and Jehu, the Anathothite, and Ishmaiah, the Gibeonite, a mighty man among the 30 and over the 30. Then Jeremiah, Jehaziel, Jehonan, Jezobad, the Gederathite, Eluzai, Jeremoth, Bealiah, Shemariah, Shephatiah, the Heruthite, Elkanah, Shia, Azarel, Joezer, Jashobeam, the Korathite, and Jola, and Zebediah, the sons of Jeroham of Geder. From the Gedites there came over to David in the stronghold in the wilderness mighty men of valor, men trained for war who could handle shield and spear, and whose faces were like the faces of lions. and they were as swift as the gazelles on the mountains. Ezer was the first, Obadiah the second, Eliab the third, Mishmannah the fourth, Jeremiah the fifth, Attai the sixth, Eliel the seventh, Jehonan the eighth, Elzabad the ninth, Jeremiah the 10th, Benai the 11th. These are the sons of Gad. These of the sons of Gad were captains of the army. He who was least was equal to 100, and the greatest to 1,000. These are the ones who crossed the Jordan in the first month, when it was overflowing all its banks, and they put to flight all those in the valleys, both to the east and to the west. Then some of the sons of Benjamin and Judah came to the stronghold of David. David went out to meet them and said to them, "If you come peacefully to me, to help me, my heart shall be united with you. But if to betray me to my adversaries, then since there is no wrong in my hands, may the God of our fathers look on it and decide." Then the Spirit came upon Amasai, who was the chief of the 30, and he said, quote, "We are yours, O David, and with you, O son of Jesse. Peace, peace to you, and peace to him who helps you. Indeed, your God helps you." End quote. Then David received them and made them captains of the band. From Manasseh, some defected to David when he was about to go to battle with the Philistines against Saul. But they did not help them, for the lords of the Philistines, after consultation, sent him away, saying, "At the cost of our heads he may defect to his master Saul." As he went to Ziklag, there defected to him from Manasseh Adnah, Jozabad, Jediael, Michael, Jozabad, Elihu, and Zilithai, captains of the thousands who belonged to Manasseh. They helped David against the band of raiders, for they were all mighty men of valor and were captains in the army. For day by day men came to David to help him, until there was a great army like the army of God. Now these are the numbers of the divisions equipped for war, who came to David at Hebron to turn the kingdom of Saul to him, according to the word of the Lord. The sons of Judah who bore a shield and spear were 68,000 equipped for war. Of the sons of Simeon, mighty men of valor for war, 7,100. Of the sons of Levi, 4,600. Now Jehoiada was the leader of the house of Aaron, and with him were 3,700. Also Zadok, a young man mighty of valor, and of his father's house 22 captains. Of the sons of Benjamin, Saul's kinsmen, 3,000, for until now the greatest part of them had kept their allegiance to the house of Saul. Of the sons of Ephraim, 20,800 mighty men of valor, famous men in their fathers' households. Of the half-tribe of Manasseh, 18,000 who were designed by name to come and make David king. Of the sons of Issachar, men who understood the times with knowledge and with Israel, of what Israel should do, their chiefs were 200, and all their kinsmen were at their command. Of Zebulun there were 50,000 who went out in the army, who could draw up in battle formation with all kinds of weapons of war, and helped David with an undivided heart. Of Naphtali there were 1,000 captains, and with them 37,000 with shield and spear. Of the Danites who could draw up in battle formation, there were 28,600. Of Asher there were 40,000 who went out in the army to draw up in battle formation. From the other side of the Jordan, of the Reubenites and the Gadites, and of the half-tribe of Manasseh, there were 120,000 with all kinds of weapons of war for the battle. It's a lot of war, or men of war. Of all these, being men of war who could draw up in battle formation, came to Hebron with a perfect heart to make David king over Israel, and all the rest also of Israel were of one mind to make David king. They were there with David 3 days, eating and drinking, for their kinsmen had prepared for them. Moreover, those who were near to them, even as far as Issachar and Zebulun and Naphtali, brought food on donkeys, camels, mules, and an oxen, great quantities of flour cakes, fig cakes, bunches of raisins, wine, oil, oxen, and sheep. There was joy indeed in Israel. And then quickly on to Psalm 77, 16 through 20. The waters saw you, O God, the waters saw you, they were in anguish. The deeps also trembled, the clouds poured out water, the skies gave forth a sound, your arrows flashed here and there, the sound of your thunder was in the whirlwind. The lightnings lit up the world, the earth trembled and shook, your way was in the sea, and your paths in the mighty waters, and your footprints may not be known. You led your people like a flock by the hand of Moses and Aaron. And then quickly on to Proverbs 19, verse 17 through 19. One who is gracious to a poor man lends to the Lord, and he will repay him for his good deed. I have to say that again, because we all need strength and motivation into giving to the poor. It says again, one who is gracious to a poor man lends to the Lord. So basically you're giving to the Lord by giving and helping others. And he will repay him for his good deed. Discipline your son while there is hope. So catch them while they're young and manageable and malleable before they get older and hard-headed. So you really want to discipline your son and your children early. And do not desire his death. A man of great anger will bear the penalty, for if you rescue him, you will only have to do it again. Very interesting. All right. That is the end of June 24th. Thank you. God bless. Hope to see you soon.